Oh, wee, wee. Okay, so I was trying to find something soft to set this on, but I can't find nothing. So final polishing here today off this air respirator. So yesterday I refurbed the battery pack. Today I'm going to finish off polishing this because there's still wee fine scores in it. So I need to be careful here because I'm using this car polisher today, right? We'll turn down low. So today, moving on from the battery pack, I'm giving this thing the final polish. So in part 1 live stream that appeared a couple of days ago, I used these smaller sanders. But the problem is with them, they're rotating too fast at a small diameter. So I've now switched over to this car polisher. It's much more effective for this. But it's also important to use water here again. So I noticed quite a number of wee fine scores in it, and this big mop head to get rid of them. But I need to be careful here because the wrong turn of this, I could wreck the air respirator. So I have to use it one-handed because obviously I have to hold it with my other hand here. So it's important here that I'm rolling off the edge, not coming onto it this way. So this was all scratched, and the scratches are now removed completely. So I'm going to do this right hand side first, and then I'm going to switch over to the other side here. Put my hood up because it's lashing on me. So I noticed quite a number of wee fine scores in it yesterday when I was about to assemble it. So basically with the revamped battery pack, the modified battery pack with the higher capacity cells, I just noticed that it wasn't perfect. So I'm going to try and finish it here today in the next hour. But I need to be careful not to burn it. Off the mop head. And you will be able to see it burnt because you'll see like a yellow tinge to it if I heat it too much here. Whoa, listen to that. So I'll continue fighting the storm here. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to run the mop head downhill, so I have to turn it around and grab it this way instead. Jump on there, so it means it's dry. So it's looking really good there now. So it's much more effective. This bigger mop's much more effective for this job than the weirder ones, because there's also a wee bit more weight behind it. So you can imagine here the head of the machine's hanging on the helmet here. So I can control this variable speed. Really good. So again, I'm working in the grooves, moving them up and not sitting on the wrong spot. My arm's sore. So look at the shine there now. She's pretty looking. Hopefully I don't get no polish on the phone there, but I'll do my best. So this will remove the fine marks left by the sandpaper and the fucking homework grip. So I thought I had a rag with me, but yeah, right. So look at that. This looks like a brand new. Minus the logo, the Honeywell logo. But I'm going to keep her lit yet because I still see a yellow tinge down here. So I'm going to grab it this way now instead. Trying to protect the headband in there. So, here we go. T3's had enough. So focusing on the wee groove here. I'll turn it out of it. We don't even need water there, it's raining on top of it, which is great. So I need to be careful here. I just can't go on full whack all the time. I have to take a break because my arm's getting dead. But the big mop is more effective than the wee ones. So see the way you see all this G3? Let's say I wasn't using water here. All this plastic would just melt and there'd be like a hard residue, a hard sort of textured surface, and it would turn yellow. You would know you burned it, like, so I have to be careful. So this is for this helmet, this air respirator is used for my projects on my channel. It's one of my best ones, so I try to look after it. So see the way I'm turning the air respirator there now, they run them up downhill off the edge. I don't want to hit it this way because I'll wreck the mask, I'll wreck the helmet part. So I have to be sure they go downhill like this. So once upon a time, this helmet fell off a wheelie bin. I set it on the wheelie bin because it was working beside and it cracked here, so I had to repair it. But it didn't break completely, but I cracked it up here, so I had to use a 2-pack super glue to repair it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just bringing it back up to like a new standard again. Because I don't like it going downhill, because they are discontinued now. So every time before I lift the polisher, I'm making sure I have a good hold off the helmet to stop any problems. So the next time I do this up, it'll probably be in 1 year's time. The battery pack that I done up yesterday with the new cells, I increased the capacity of the size of the battery pack. It won't need upgraded for probably another 8 years if I'm still around. So the actual, you can't get a mask, you can't get an air respirator like this no more. They stopped making them, they discontinued them. I think maybe because of the price of them, they were really expensive. Around COVID time they stopped making them. They became very popular then, and because of COVID, and then they just stopped making them. Don't know why. You do get ones with the motor unit, not like this, but you get like a face shield. They look more like a face shield with the motor unit on your waist, but they're not like this. Hence why I'm doing this. So hopefully in another 20 years, if I'm still around, I'll still have this and I'll be polishing it for my projects. But sometimes when you're walking on the round doors and stuff, you can knock the top of it here and scratch it. The bottom of it too, when you're working at a workpiece and you go to lift it up like this, you tend to mark this. So I have sanded all the scratches out of it a couple of days ago. So the rain's terrible, but I'm just going to continue here. So I'm going to work down the side here now, right? But I have to be careful, go slow. You want to remove all that old yellow staining where the neck piece clips onto. Oh, see what I mean? Do you see if I had that run, I'd destroy it. Probably go in the house and cry, to be honest. But it's coming up right there now, I'm just going to be careful. But the bigger mop head is more effective there, as you can see, than the weir one was. So I might flip it over here and hold it and be careful. Need a bit of polish. Try not to burn it. So these air respirators are mainly, when they were produced, they were for laboratory use. if I didn't have this, I more likely wouldn't be doing my projects because I wouldn't be cutting stainless about it. So the inside still needs polished. You can see there where bits of metal have landed and sort of just found their spot, and the water droplets has left like a wee orange residue mark. But I will get it back to new standard here in a moment. So I'm going to focus on the outside first. Careful near these pictures. So, one of these appeared just before COVID on eBay for £550, and I missed out on it. I was going to buy another one for spare, but I missed it. So yesterday I done up the battery pack. If you haven't seen it, get a look on my YouTube channel. See, no scratches in it now. So I'm going to continue on. I never done this side yet, so I have to be sure to grab it here somewhere. Wax this thing too. This piece of leather. So we're all turned there in this mop head, but just break this in two. We're on position. So I'm just cleaning now where the visor rests again. Hold up. So there's where the air comes in from the motor unit, the wee pump, motor pump. So it comes down here over the shield that clips on the front of it. So it's rightly stripped here at the minute, but I will be building it in the next day or two again with the new battery. Can't wait. Really effective, that map. So I bought this in 2018. And I use it every week. That's the good jack. Right. So I'll keep our lip here, even though I'm getting stuck. Well, you know what? I'll do the inside here now. So a full refurb of my Honeywell Turbovisor air respirator with the battery, the filter, everything built into the head part. So what I'm going to use for the inside is the rotary center, or the rotary map here. I'm going to be careful because I don't want to burn it on the inside either. So plenty of water. Move this headband. And this might be hard to get in the video here. I'll do my best without leaving the phone all the way. So this is the third time. I think it's the third time I've done this up. I never went to this on this depth. This depth. You want this nice and clean because this is where your mouth will be. Just to get your chin's here. So there seems to be a couple of wee grindings on here, so I'm just using my nails to pick them off. They're not deep, like they're just sitting on the surface. See, maybe the grindings would land on your car body. Couple more here. Go on, mate. So I carry this piece of equipment. I look after it. Because it looks after me. Ah, because you can't get them. So, I'm going to keep our lid yet. Another wee bit to do. I'm going to have to keep this bottle upside down. So if I went too hard here, it would just melt the plastic. I definitely don't want that. So on a hot day, when you're out here working at projects or whatever, and you place this mask or this air respirator on, when it was new, it used to blow like a nice cool air down over your face. But because the battery is degraded within the battery pack over 8 years, the mask or the air respirator was not very effective, and the visor used to steam up. So yesterday I repaired the battery pack and I tried out the wee pump, the wee motor pump, and the thing was incredible. It was running the same way it was when it was new. Only now the battery capacity has increased 3.5 times the size. So back to the big map. Inside is now done. So runtime used to be 8 hours and now it will be 3.5 times longer. With new cell, new technology, new battery technology. Aye. So I'm just being careful here because I don't want to wreck this thing. You can't buy the parts for it no more. So it's very similar to polish and lacquer, only you have more chance of burning this. So I'm trying to get this little V, this little groove done. So because at the very bottom of the groove there's like a slight wee dark tinge, what I'm going to do is just load it up with G3 and I'm going to dig the mop head under it for a second or two. Okay. Can't really get in because it's not sharp enough. But what I could do is I could flick over to this new sponge on the 2-ounce mop, stiffer sponge, and I can try and remove it that way. So here we go. I don't want to burn it, but so I have to be careful. It will burn it. It's happened before. Had to sand it again. So on the V there's a wee dark line because it's as far as the mop heads can get into it. So I'm going to go again. Good mop head there, that colour's that? Wine colour? So that's stuffer in the orange. Easy. Right, we need water before we burn it. So it's looking really good there now. Really good. The water's just running off it. Oh, I'm knocking the phone over. So hopefully you can see there nice and well. I can't see the screen because it's covered in droplets. So it's never looked like that, and to be honest it hasn't even looked like that when it was new. It doesn't have that deep shine. As far as mine goes. So it was loaded with scratches, but it's not now. one's actually safer than using the bigger one, but I don't know, the bigger one just seems to be better there at times. More aggressive. Well, I like this wine cord wheel. So I'm going over the bit that was damaged one time. I'm bringing that up too because when I glued that back together, there was actually an overlap. And it had to be sanded too. Sanded and polished. So I'm going to get a bit of G3 here. We never done this bit yet. Might do the strap too. We'll see. So I'm working on the groove in this channel. And along the spine track. Careful. Careful now. So I was going to put form a stainless plate with a curve in it, but the curve needs to be both ways. And I was going to polish it and put it on this to strengthen it because, as I say, this did fall before and broke. But it's grand now. The glue I used was really good. It was like the super glue with the activator. I wish I got the brand of it that time, but I didn't. So as I say, these two parts were sanded to get them to blend together. Long time ago. So if I went too much there, I burned that, so be careful. So I did burn it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get about a 1500. It's very easy fix. So I just need to be careful there, not get carried away. That wee one's dangerous. It's spinning far too hard. I'm going to need to use a dual accent to get that out. Jeffrey, carried away. We just need to remove the creamy looking colour that's the burnt stuff. Dual accent's good because it doesn't leave any scores. So that's it gone. I might just be careful now using that thing. You seen how easy it was to burn it? Not be doing that again. Not be doing that again. Right. So this is an easy fix. But let's say I went too much on an edge here. You could also damage that. So from experience, I just know not to hold them up on too hard. It's much easier burned than lacquer. Or heated or wrecked. So here we go, this thing down low. See the way the yellow tinges now go on? That's only go on because I sanded it. Just need to be sure to keep the water on it here. So if that was lacquer, you would have more of a chance. Like that was on a flat surface, I weren't it? We mop's going far too hard. I'm going to blame the mop, not me. I'm going to move over the big one again soon. So what I could do in the end up is I could run the dual action sander with this mop over the entire helmet. That would remove any swirl marks, but you're not going to see the swirl marks on it. Right, get carried away again, so only be careful. So I'm going to hit around the back here again. Oh. Then you go and adjust the regular and lobby shop. You burn that, right? Two. I don't want to wreck it if I keep it up. I'll go and screw the water trap down. So I just switched over to a different one. Fully cleared all line here. There we go. So I'm trying to focus on the little V here, this little groove where the big one, the big mop head wouldn't get into. Then I'm going to switch back over to that, and it's not looking bad. See the strap, the way it's discoloured? But it's not now. Just need to watch this boy because you can't take this off. That's the problem. That's the problem. Still in good nick, but. Right, we'll continue with the strap here. Do everything when we're at it. Why not? So all that dirt in there is just the mop head's falling apart, right? It's not important to wash out. But the strap is more or less done there now. I'm going to do this side just. Just screw this out. Never went into this detail before with it, but why not? So I can see a bit there I'm not happy with. just in the MVs. Then the V part. So this mop head's quite square at the end of it compared to the bigger one here. So this is why I'm focusing with it first. Hopefully I don't have to record. So what I'm doing here for anybody that's jumped on, refurbishing the air respirator. So it's not a mask, it's not a visor, it's a proper professional air respirator with the filters, the battery, the motor unit, the pump unit, everything's built into the head unit. This part. But why I'm doing it up is because the batteries became degraded and the mask or the air respirator was done more or less because you can't buy parts for them no more. But before they were discontinued, I bought out a load of parts for them to be sure because I've seen things were just getting hard to get for them. I've seen the price increase too. So luckily I've got enough parts to do me for all my years working in the garage. So I have another one for spraying paint. I wouldn't use this for spraying paint. I would use this for polishing stainless or grinding or cutting stainless. It's really, really good. You don't have to wear any paper mask or anything. And your face is protected and also is your eyes. Kind of keep you cool, believe it or not. It'll definitely keep me cool now with the new cells. So there was a Honeywell badge here, it's gone completely. You could sort of still see a wee faint, I don't know where it was printed. It wasn't like a vinyl logo, it was like printed onto it. So the rain's on my side today, believe it or not. It's falling on the helmet part here. Digging her in there and digging her in. So see a bit of dirt in there, it won't come out with the sanding or the polishing. So what I could try is placing a wee fold in this 1500 grit and just working into this V. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. I'm just going to leave it. You can't see it really. What I could do is I could put a Stanley blade in the middle of the sandpaper and push down in, but I'm not going to go to that extreme. I'm going to leave it. It's only in there, look. You probably wouldn't be able to see it. I'll get it the next time. So doing this will help me look after it better when I'm wearing it. You know, take more care, keep it clean and all that. So it needs wash now in the shower. This band here, it needs wash with fairy liquid, this piece of leather. You can see there it's sort of dark colour, but I'll get that with hot water. I'm not going to put the polish in here, of course. Right, I'm going to give it a final lick with the wee one here and the grooves, and then I'm going to move over to the big one. We're in the valley, okay. The valley. So I'm really digging in there now, so I'll do the same this one. So basically it's like detailing an air respirator. That really helped there, you know, that last 30 seconds. Because I loaded it with the compound. I pushed the bulkhead right onto that dollar. The big one wouldn't get near. That bit's still on there, but alright. So could I pass it off as new? So it's 8 years old. Nothing wrong. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's maybe approaching 9. It's done a lot of work. So if I stop for 2 seconds there, it'll really burn. So 1 week I'm polishing stainless, the next week I'm polishing air respirators. So those who follow my channel would have seen this a lot of times. You would have heard it, but you'll hear it being much louder now because of the repair yesterday. So careful, I went the wrong way. So see here now, this here's spinning clockwise. And see the way I'm hitting it like that, that's only asking for brawler. So I'm going to turn it this way and direct the mop head off it instead. So the reason I'm going over it here is because I'm trying to give it sort of like a crosshatch. Not stick in one direction, to remove every wee fine score. So if I head it this way, then I'll go back this way, downhill. It's looking really good, look. Doesn't look like gas when I started today though. It was better, but it wasn't look like that. But hopefully I don't break it yet. I could still destroy it. Not concentrating. I'll burn it. So, I nearly done that wrong. So in another year's time you will see, well I probably won't be doing it again like on my YouTube channel, but this here will be covered in scratches, this part and this part, and there might be the odd scratch here and there, but definitely up here. But what I will do then again is give it a refined sand with 1000 grit, and then I'll move to 1500 grit, and then I'll polish it. I'll go through the same stages again just to keep it looking good, to keep it in good condition. But as I say, I won't need to do up the battery pack again for a lot of years. So this here will be really good for chemicals, grinding, polishing, Obviously, I'm not going to start sandblasting Melissa on. I've got a couple other air respirators for that, but they're linked to the compressor. Helmet actually. And the one for painting cars, you're not going to use this for painting cars either. You'll use a proper one for the compressor with the 3-stage filter. But I have odor filters in there that I can place onto my wee pump that I can use this around chemicals. Stuff as ammonia or anything like that. Obviously I don't work with ammonia, but let's say pickle and paste. It's toxic as hell, really toxic. So I could wear this, but I don't. I'd wear another mask that I have, for an air respirator. This was kept with polished and stainless, grinding, cutting, and that's it. But let's say if I'm in an attic and there's out fibres flowing about, I would put this on. If somebody asks me to go and look in their attic to do something. This is really good for stuff because the pressure is higher than inside, it's always blowing out. Quite a look apart now. The yellow tinge that was in the groove is gone. So it kind of looks now like it's lacquered, but obviously it's not. So in the last project that I done, well, stainless project, was the guards for the compressor, and I was polishing stainless. So when I had this on, I noticed that the visor at the front was steaming up too much, even when the air respirator was charged fully. That's because the batteries weren't performing right. The motor was underperforming even because of the batteries. But now there'll be no problems because I can tell the difference. Yesterday when I tested it. So as you can see, I'm really going to town today on this. The last day I give it a quick lick. Today I am really going to town. So nearly ready for the final stage here. I'm going to give it a run. Let's start a run with the rotary, and then I'm going to finish up with the dual action around the entire helmet itself. So the dual action being the DA sander here, right? And I might have it with the big rotary first, because it does seem more effective than the wee one at times. So let me grab this and sort of break it. So I'm going to work my way down here, right? So we're loaded with the D3. I'm going to turn over to do this edge because I'm working off the edge rather than working on it. Dangerous this way, it's not dangerous this way, okay? Dangerous as in you break it. You break it here at the weakest point. Now that that's done, I can flip it and work off this edge. So that lip there is where the visor rests against, and it also tucks underneath here into that hole, and slides back here, and there's other grooves in there. So the visors can still be got for this, but not the genuine one. But I have genuine ones purchased first. About 4 years ago. You can get aftermarket ones, polycarbonate, but the problem is, I don't need them yet, so. But you can't buy the headband, you can't buy the filters, you can't buy the pre-filters. Oh, you can buy the pre-filters. the what do you call it, peel offs for the front of it, you can still get them. Not genuine. But I have 100 genuine ones, so I'll never run out. Where's I working? Down here? But I grab this. So I'm using my wrist and I'm sort of wedging it so I can polish this part. And the arm. Gonna be this lip. Because grindings can get stuck on here. And stain it. So it's looking really good. So do you see this part I'm sanding? This used to have a rough texture. But I sanded the rough texture out of it because I didn't like it. It was too hard to clean. So now it's smooth. It's kind of matching this, but it's different material. It doesn't polish up into gloss. So now I'm going to work downhill here again. We'll do this lip first. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this phone. Sorry, I just noticed that the front or the other case is overhanging the camera's nearly. So we're going to work on here. We're nearly done. They're flying. I wasn't expecting to do this today. I just decided to do it because the gym was a nightmare. The city was too busy. Marathon running. So working off the edge here now, this edge. So I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to work off this edge. But I can't do this, I have to flip it again. Okay. So a bit of messing about. So this bit here sits behind the visor. I'm going to do it and then clean it. The whole thing will be washed with like a fair liquid in the end up. But I get a nice hot shower. Okay, so that's everything completed with the 2-inch rotary, right? So what I'm going to do now, right, I'm going to flip over to the car map. Again, because it does seem more effective at times. It's not, but it's just better because it's bigger and it covers more surface area. All that. Okay, so I'm going to give it a wee wipe with a sponge here first to remove any dust or dirt that might have fallen on it. So, no, that's that. I'm getting that soap. So the inside's polished. Looks perfect. This neckband, this bit goes around your neck, your chin is polished. This part, the helmet part, is polished. It's nearly ready to be washed, and finally with the battery rebuild put on it. So here we go, final polish here. Getting low. We'll set that like that. It'll not stay, but so I need to be sure now, because I'm using this large mop, this 150mm. I need to be sure that I don't hit this the wrong way, because the big mop will wreck it. It's got that much power behind it, torque, and the big diameter sponge. So I'm going to work off the edges carefully. So I'm trying to blend in everything in now. This is going to leave less swirl marks than the 2 ounce because the 2 ounce is more focused. We're working downhill now, remember? You have to work off the edge and work on it. So if you look here, I'm running off, and this is going clockwise. So that's see in there where you see the dirt, that's just that's the purple mock headline, the wee small one. That will wash out. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the sponge with G3. This never looked that pretty in how many years? I'm just worried because there's bits of grit on that. I shouldn't be putting the sponge on the bench. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rinse this bucket out because it's full of dirt. Okay, so the final polish here. Well, I'm going to hit it with dual action in a wee minute, but for now I just want to give it one final lick with this shot. Do you hear the tone of the motor there? That's just the D3's really digging in the sponge there, so I need to be careful not to burn it. That's sore in the arm. So I'm holding this out here, and how many kilos is that is sitting on the helmet like this, but it's still sore. Considering I've been doing it for how long? An hour? Right, I'm nearly ready for the dual action. They're in 5 minutes. I'm nearly ready for the dual action. Just give me a minute here and take the coat off. Right. So I'm going to keep our lap a wee minute yet with this big mop. So working off the edge. Okay, so my next step now is working off this part where the motor slides into. A little bit careful. Because this thing is dangerous to the air respirator. Okay everyone, so I'm ready for the dual action. Because there's not one mark left on it. So all the scratches are now sanded out of it. I don't know if I've ever told anybody, but I have a serious case of OCD. Right. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move to the softer sponge rather than the more rigid one. Now, you know what? I had it with the pink one first. Or wine, whatever colour it is. So this is a dual action now, so there's no chance of burning it. It's just removing the light swirl marks that's left in the actual helmet itself. just trying to grab it here properly somewhere. Okay, so I'll start here, right? And I'll just work my way around. So again, just removing any bits of dust or anything sitting on it, dirt. This is not balanced, hold on. It's not centered. So we'll try it again. Okay, so we're flying. So I can really dig this in this time, okay? Because it's not rotary. So just stop here now. Beautiful. Okay, everyone, give it a wipe of a rag here to see the finish. But it would be better dried off. Not a rag, I'll rub it with a cloth in a few seconds. Put the coat back on. Start again. So look at that. Look, the microfiber cloth is great for this. So there's not one mark on it. It looks like new. Oh, what's that? Stuck on the Velcro. So in here there's just a bit of the mop. Okay, everyone. So that's it. That mask or that air respirator now complete. Yesterday I done the build of the battery pack. Thank you for watching, everyone. But I might do another part, a live stream here. Look at the finish. I might do another live stream on the actual assembly of this again. But as I say, these air respirators are incredible. They're now discontinued, and that's why I'm looking after it. But as you can see, the finish is really, really good here now. So this part used to be textured. It's not anymore because I sanded it and polished it. So now there's a bit of, what's that sitting there, polish? Because it's now not textured. See, when I go to lift it up and stuff, it doesn't, the dirt or the grease or whatever is on my hands doesn't get trapped in the textured surface. So that's the reason I sanded, I flattened it and removed that textured surface. So it's now ready for the visors. Well, I'm going to give it a shower. I'm going to give it a shower first, right? Believe it or not, I'm going to take it in with a hot wash down, wash off all the polish using fire liquid, and then I'm going to do another live stream building it. I might polish the visor one final time. As I say, I've got new ones, but I've just decided to, you know, why throw it out when it's not that bad? So I've brought it up to a new standard again. You can buy the aftermarket visors for it, but I want to keep it genuine. So the Honeywell logo is gone completely. See that where my finger is? Is that dirt? That's just dirt. So the Honeywell logo used to be above my thumb there. It's gone, but nothing I can do about that. If I want to finish, I have to do away with it because it was scratched around the logo too. So that's it, everyone. All complete. The mask, everything here is in pristine condition now. Well, I'm going to wash that leather band with fairy liquid so you can see the stain on it. But I've demonstrated polishing the outside. I've demonstrated polishing the inside. So a couple of people have asked me where did I get my air respirator from because it looks handy for what I'm doing. They are now discontinued. You can't get them no more. But you can get ones with the the filter housing on your waist. I have one of them, but I don't like it. The hose is coming up your back, and that's just too annoying. What I'll put the polisher in the shade here, and I'll finish up my live stream. So that's it, everyone. So next time, well, look at the shine. You think it's lacquered? The next time I will do another live stream on the assembly of it because why not? I've done a light. Look in there. Look, I forgot to do that. Oh, hold on. Let me put this on the stand. I'm not happy. I'll not be happy if I leave it like that. The polish needs to be completed today. So hold on. Hold on 2 seconds. I seen a wee dirty, a bit of what would you call it? Stain. See the strap at the back? I never done the strap on the inside. So what do we see here? Might as well do it. Not too much, but it's alright. We don't want that going inside the mask, so. What do I have a wee minute here and give it a wee. So see my black marks? That's on it because this adjusts in and out, right? I'm just gonna get rid of them. Without wrecking it. Not scratched, it's just like oil staining. So your head doesn't rest on this. Oh, I know what that day marks is from. So the battery that I bought yesterday slides on through this strap and it has a nice rubber pad on it. So your head doesn't sit here, it sits on the battery pack. Trying to get this in view really hard. So I'm not using the rotary because the rotary might be a bit too... Might be too... Well, I'll use it. Why not? It's more aggressive. If I just be careful, it'll be alright. It'll not do any harm. So I'm going to do the strap of the rotary too. I just need to wedge it in somewhere. As you can see, she's feisty. So the helmet is done. I'm just doing the strap to finish it. On there is pristine. Look, you can see how clean it is. It's just covered in polish. Maybe a bit of grease, yeah, but I'll get that with fair liquid. Not grease, thumbprints from gloves. Or dirty gloves. So the battery pack is polished last day. And both. New cells. people will think I'm crazy, but you know, if they understand, they can't be got no more. So this is not really like plastic, it's like a very flexible plastic. It's not rigid. Okay everyone, so I'm done. I could hit it with dual action, there's no point. The leather needs clean now. So the leather has a piece of foam inside it, so it's nice and comfortable against your head on the inside here. Okay everyone, so I'm going to give it a wee final wrench here. I thought it was finished 5 minutes ago. So the strap on the inside is now looking like new. So last day was a wee small demonstration of the polishing. Today was more in depth. So, what I take a phone off the stand. So I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the last wee bit there too, because it ran on a wee bit. But the air respirator now is immaculate. So that's it everyone. The next video I will assemble this thing. I'll just give it a wee dry off here before I finish up. What do we see here? If I get the rag, my cloth. Just so you don't think it's the water is giving it the shine, because it's not. It's you'd think it was lacquered. So this is really good because it's easy clean now once it's polished. The flatter it is, the better it is. Look at that. So it's quite dull out here. So the next thing I need to do now is take it to the shower, run it, fire liquid over it, then build it, put the new battery pack in it. So thanks for watching everyone. I have to go. I run on a wee bit long, but thank you for watching anyway. I know there's a lot sitting on there. So do come back. There's going to be really interesting projects uploaded to the channel in the next couple of weeks. Next week I'll be powder coating the e-bike hub, motor hub testing station. I will be doing it a lovely, what am I talking about? I forgot to mention that. So I will be doing it a lovely candy purple. This here is used for powder coating. I forgot about that. So when I'm powder coating, I will be wearing this, obviously to protect my lungs. So yeah, the e-bike testing station, that will be started next week. That's it everyone. So thank you for watching. As I say, completo. So have a good Sunday. Goodbye.